morning, Facebook land. Good morning.
Hello, everybody! Greetings, salutations.
Anita here, and my partner
Cheryl
Cheryl
here,
somewhere, and we are
all in
all
alignment.
in alignment, creating sacred spaces.
Your
Every
stu.
Friday we go live with, oh, I'll stay still.
Yep.
The Personal Paradise card deck, Tara Catherine Collins, and yeah, we talk about all things energy, feng shui, your home, what's it reflecting back to you, what's happening in the world today, and yeah, we usually have a little bit of fun too. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm shuffling the deck. So you might as well, you know, chat a little bit about this weekend and Mother's Day and all kinds of fun stuff. Happy Mother's Day in advance to everyone. I believe everyone is a nurturer and a giver, and to me that's the definition of mothers. So
100%. And I just have to open up a different page here, but
mhm.
anyways, it's all good. Yeah, Mother's Day. Um,
On
And you know what?
Sunday.
Maybe type in the comments what do you got planned for Mother's Day, right? What's your tradition? Because I know there's lots of traditions.
Hmm.
And okay, just a minute. We're gonna have a little bit of feedback here for 2 seconds.
Okay.
I know there's lots of traditions.
Yep, there's the
Okay,
feedback.
there we are. Okay, now we're good. Uh, I won't be able to do it this Mother's Day. My boys, my three boys, I used to say to them, "Hey, I want to go golfing on Mother's Day." And
Hmm.
so we did that quite a few years in a row. But now that my youngest son works for Alberta Forestry, he works as a firefighter. And, the last, I don't know how many years, he hasn't been home for Mother's Day.
Right.
And so it's hard to get the three boys together now that they're all doing their own life, right?
Exactly.
Take their mom out for golfing. But one year we went and it was quite fun. Sylvan Lake, we have lots of beautiful golf courses
You
around
do.
here.
Yeah.
And we used to have one called Top of the Hill, and they've actually now turned it into a wedding center, and so they don't allow public golfing there. But anyway, so we were up golfing there one Mother's Day, and my son Mark, he hit the ball, of course, and then we went to go find it. Couldn't find it, couldn't find it. We're looking everywhere, and here it was about I'm gonna say 4, 5 feet up, sitting up on a spruce bough,
Oh,
sitting on the branch. It was cool. Anyways.
that's wild. That's
Uh,
wild.
so we're like, okay, you gotta play the ball where it lies, right? Anyways, it was fun, and we have, of course, we have some pictures of that, and
Well, of course you do.
that was a good memory.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
So
Talk
yeah,
about standing out.
yeah. So yeah, type in the comments if you have a good Mother's Day memory.
That's fun.
Um, Well, and actually, I have another memory. I'll have to get out the magic slipper. I have a magic slipper.
You have
I'll
a
be
magic
right
slipper.
back because it's a fun story while you're talking.
Okay, well, while you're getting the magic slipper, I'm going to let everybody know that two cards have come out of the deck, and I'll have to replete this anyway for Anita. And as I continue to shuffle, I'll be out at Bluegrass. I've been helping out there this spring because it's crazy busy in the spring, and it's such a fun place to be. Of course, I love people and talking, and I have some horticulture background, so I blend right in with all the other stuff. So it's been a real fun, and they have a huge event coming up for Mother's Day on Sunday as well. Okay, I saw the slipper.
Okay, the magic slipper. You see this magic slipper?
Hmm.
Okay. And so this goes back to what do we see? I got this note, May 11th, 2003. Oh, look at that, May 11th. Mother's Day is going to be on the 11th again. Okay.
Yes.
So May 11th, 2003, my middle son said, Happy Mother's Day. For your smile, I'd walk a mile. Mom, you're the best, better than the rest. That was the thing he wrote at school. Then it says, because you are a mum so sweet, I've made you a real warm treat. There is only this one made for your feet. I'll soon make you the other one, made with love from Mark. So 2003, I can't remember how old he'd be. I'd have to do the math. 10, he would
10
have
years
been
ago.
10. 10. So my mom had come to stay at the house and watch the kids for the whole week, and she was crocheting a baby blanket or something for one of my great nieces. And so Mark was like, "Oh, Grandma, could you show me how to do that? My mom, I'd like to make slippers for my mom." So he got one slipper made the
Mhm.
week that she was there, and there still is no other
Second.
slipper. So we call it now the magic slipper because Mark is 32 now. He's single, good looking single, just saying. And so I said, well, it's the magic slipper. So whichever woman out there that can crochet another slipper, she could be the one.
Just saying.
Okay, just saying. So any single 30 something year old women out there that know how to crochet, it's the magic slipper.
Love the story. Love the
Anyway,
story. Okay,
I know that
so
was a
three,
little sidebar, but
it's
it's
all good.
fun.
It's all
Okay.
good. So three cards have come out. Number
Mm-hmm.
36, directional sleeping. We
Mm-hmm.
had this one not that long ago, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Number 37, bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And number 43, house cleansing and blessings. I
Mm-hmm.
find it interesting because we talk about five element theory often. The house clearing and blessings has the yellow border, which is earth. Bathrooms has the ready orange border, fire. And directional sleeping has the green border, or
Mm-hmm.
wood. So we've got wood energy that feeds the fire that creates the earth. Now, isn't that interesting? That's kind of a nurturing sequence. And I have a funny
Oh,
feeling with
yeah.
Mother's Day, the
Mm-hmm.
energy behind all of this is about nurturing. What do
Mm.
you think, Miss Anita?
I agree. Absolutely. It is that nourishing cycle, that
Mm-hmm.
nourishing energy. And, when you look at all three of those cards, directional sleeping, bathrooms, house cleansing, that's all things, about nourishment, right? Nourishing your mind, body, and soul. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the directional sleeping, if you don't have a good sleep, then you're not nourishing your body because your
Yeah.
body, that's when your body does its repair, right? At
Mm-hmm.
night. And then the bathrooms, that's nourishing, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we're cleansing and clearing our all of that. And then the
Yeah.
house cleansing, that's clearing that unseen energy, which, is our spirit. So we're mind, body, spirit here this morning. Look at that.
Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So which one do you want to dive into first?
Well, again, maybe it's all about talking about that mind, body, spirit. So, the directional sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
your body. And we always in Feng Shui, when we just had a consultation with someone this week,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about the master bedroom and
Yes, we
some
were.
directional sleeping, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the first thing we always ask is, how do you sleep? We always say, what are the results that are currently showing up in your life?
Exactly.
And if somebody doesn't sleep well, or if they've had some recent challenges with their health, then that's where we look through our feng shui eyes and say, oh, okay, what's going on in the bedroom? What direction are they sleeping? What side of the bed are they sleeping? What are they looking
Mhm.
at? Are there mirrors? We have all these different things that we know will affect someone's ability to have a good night's rest.
Absolutely.
And the client that we were working with this week was just like, right? A lot of aha moments,
A lot of holy shift
a
moments.
lot of holy shift moments because it's always interesting to me how energy does not lie.
No.
Energy does not lie. So what we see physically in the home environment and we look at it through our energetic eyes, and then we can tell the client, specific things, they go, wow, right? That's exactly what's
Mhm.
happening. That's exactly what's showing up in my life. And we can see that by seeing the placement of furniture, by the things that they surround themselves in their
Mhm.
home. And it's almost like, really having a deep look into somebody's psyche or soul. Mm.
It is quite fascinating. And it's also one of the reasons that people go, I don't want you to come to my house.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Some people don't invite us over for tea
No,
'cause they
they're
think
not
we're going to put
inviting
on
us.
our feng shui eyes, and we're
We're not going to unless you invite us to do that.
not.
Right? It's like inviting a doctor over and expecting them to give you a diagnosis.
Mm.
No, that's not the purpose of them having coffee with you.
Mhm.
That's not fair to your relationship. So, with the directional sleeping, I kind of want to combine the house cleansing and blessing with the sleeping in the bedroom and the bathrooms.
Mhm.
There's a lot of shifting energy going on right now, and we have the full moon coming up on Monday.
Oh.
And this is a big full moon in Scorpio. So I was listening to a couple different um, astrologers this morning, but I was trying to pick up the cues for the energy, not just the planet alignments and what's in your house and yada, yada, yada. Different house,
Mhm.
by the way, not your physical house, astrological house. And what I was getting from them is this full moon and the energy around it is very, very strong. And it's the perfect opportunity. And it's likely already happening for you because we are in the full moon energy, that there's some old beliefs that are coming up to be let go of. And when we can release, when we're cleansing and blessing what those beliefs are and releasing them for transformation or transmutation or whatever term you want to use,
Mhm.
that allows us to step into our next phase, our next energetic cycle, our next place closer to connecting with your soul and your mission and everything else. So when we're looking at the bathrooms and cleansing and even the bedroom, and I know directional sleeping is specific to the bedroom,
Mhm.
um, what needs to be cleaned up in there? What needs to be cleansed? And blessing. When was the last time you walked to your bedroom and, fluffed up the pillows and you thanked them? And you blessed the bedroom, you blessed the bed, you blessed your bedding, everything that's in there. Clearing and blessing go hand in hand.
Mhm.
And that the blessing is like setting a new intention. So if you're ready to let go of not sleeping well, or tossing and turning, or a lot of dreams, I'm hearing that from a lot of people right now that they're dreaming a lot right now. Again,
Mhm.
that's a lot to do with the energy and everything else coming at us. So just keep in mind as you're clearing, maybe you're changing your bedding from your winter to your spring or summer bedding, right? A quick cleansing and a blessing energetically and physically right now with this full moon energy. Oh, imagine how good you'll sleep.
Well, I also think that, these three cards are going back to that consultation that we had this week.
No kidding.
Because in the bathrooms, in the master bathroom, there was this shelf.
Hmm.
and the shelf had all kinds of, I mean, it was just like,
Products.
it was like, blah, 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 you know, it was just like energy, right? All kinds of little potions and lotions
Okay.
and things on the shelf. And it was right across on the wall from the mirror,
Hmm.
right? So I said to the client, I said, you know, when you wake up, the first thing in the morning, and again, you know, what's usually the last place you visit before you go to bed at night and when you wake up in the morning is the bathroom,
Hmm.
right? So you're in the bathroom before you go to bed, and that is reflecting in the mirror. So it's likened to a ping pong ball. Bing,
Hmm.
bing, 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 right? Because everything in your environment is sending you information
Right.
that your, you know, master computer here does something with. So you're looking in the mirror before you go to bed, you're brushing your teeth,
Hmm.
whatever, and there's all this energy trying to talk to you. Ah, right? That's what's happening. And then you go to bed, and then the mind hasn't been able to calm down and relax.
Hmm.
And then you don't have a good sleep. And then you wake up in the morning, you get up to go pee, and you look in the mirror, and then all of a sudden there's all that busy energy again, right? So just a subtle shift in just that bathroom of removing some of those items that are talking to you will help to calm the autonomic nervous system. So when you crawl into bed, you can have a better night's sleep. And I also, you know, mentioned to her that it was likened to, have you ever watched a horror movie? Okay. Have
Hmm.
you ever watched a horror movie sometime in your life? And then usually you watch a horror movie at night and then you go to sleep. Well, guess what? You don't sleep, or you have bad dreams, or you toss and turn all night because that was the last thing that you impressed upon your subconscious mind before you went to sleep. No different.
And, and while
Hmm.
we're on that topic, across from the bed
Hmm.
was a bookshelf full of books.
Hmm.
So also the last things before going to bed is all these books going, read me, read me, read me, read me, read me, read me, read me in vision, in your
Hmm.
peripheral vision, also a factor.
Hmm.
So the direction of your bed isn't just about the geography, north, south, east, west.
Hmm.
What is affecting you? What is in that prime real estate? Anita and I'll say prime real estate a lot. What is in the view when you're laying in bed? What are you looking at? Is it work
Hmm.
or is it something calm?
Hmm.
Is it allowing your autonomic nervous system to settle so you can have a more restful sleep?
Hmm.
All of those things are key factors. And I love how this is all relating back to that consultation this week, that assessment.
Hmm. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Do you
Um,
want to talk about bathrooms a little bit more?
yeah, I just want to say one other thing about the bedroom. I listened to a little podcast briefly this week with a top podcaster, and she was being interviewed, and she said, number one thing that you should not ever have in your bedroom. Number one thing. What do you think it is?
TV,
Nope,
pictures of your kids.
nope, nope.
Well, then you tell us.
Phone.
Oh, your
Number
cell
one
phone.
thing, you should not go to bed and have your phone on your
Yeah.
nightstand. Okay? And the reason being, I mean, I don't do it, so
Either
I mean,
do I.
it was not new, you know, it was kind of a new awareness, I guess, for me, but it
Hmm.
made total sense. But, you know, the people that do go to bed with their phone, what's the last thing they do? They're scrolling, they're checking their messages, whatever, before they go to bed. And then the first thing they do in the morning, before they even get up to go to the bathroom and go pee, is they grab their phone.
Yeah.
And then they lay in bed and start interacting with the crazy world before they even get out of bed to go pee.
Hmm.
And then again, it's no different. It's that ping pong thing that's happening. Ping, 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 ping. It's taking our attention, taking
Yes.
our energy away from whatever. And then we wonder why people are not healthy these days. Okay.
Well, and to that note with the cell phone, and this is just a side tangent because you're talking about that, there's also a lot of EMFs that come off those phones that are
Yeah.
right by your head. And they're actually designing beds now with electricity running through them so you can actually charge the damn thing
Yep.
in bed.
Mhm.
Also, not so good for you.
And again, it's all about that awareness, right?
Yep.
What energetically is happening in that space that is um, contributing to the results that are currently showing up in your life,
Hmm.
whatever that is. And my son might argue and say, well, I need my phone there because I want to check the time. Well, get a little
Get a
clock,
alarm clock.
right? Because it's not contributing to your overall health and wellness
Hmm.
on the mind, body, spirit level at all. Mm, At all.
Exactly, exactly. I love it. I love how the conversation ebbs and flows and continues to go. And I want to note that two things come up. So the numbers of the cards total at 8,
Hmm.
but an observation, we had 36, 37, and 43. So I'm seeing 333 here, not an 8.
Oh, yeah. And I'm also seeing when I look at them, I'm seeing so the card totals 7, 9, and 10, and then you
Hmm.
said they all come up to an 8, so that's
Hmm.
7, 8, 9,
9,
10.
10.
It's in a row. Boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
Whatever spirit's
So
trying to tell us with that, I don't know.
I don't know about that one, but I do want to talk about the 333, if you're good with that.
Sure, but we still have time to talk more about bathrooms and house cleansings.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because I mean, I want to go back to the bathroom and just again, the whole purpose of us being here is to educate our
Right.
audience and help them
Hmm.
shift the energy in their home. So go stand um, in the mirror in your bathroom,
Hmm.
right? What's it reflecting? Because mirrors are doubling the energy.
Right.
So it is amplifying or magnetizing or doubling that energy. So if it's doubling a picture that gives you the feeling of deep relaxation and calm, or is it doubling the energy of some picture that says, I've seen crazy things in bathrooms, if you poop in here, but, just those
Yeah.
weird sayings that really are not positively impacting your your mind at all. Like they're just
Yeah.
stupid. I'm going to say the word stupid.
Hmm.
So yeah, what is the mirror reflecting for you? And then think about it. Is that positively, right? Is it lifting my energy up, energy down, or energy neutral? And
Hmm.
you're not the only one that uses that bathroom.
That's
So
right.
however it makes you feel is how it's going to make other people feel. Whether it's a picture or, like I say, that shelf with all that
Hmm.
busyness, right? That
Or
busy.
a cluttered counter, like the counter itself. So again,
Ah,
what can you see? What is the mirror reflecting? We've
mm,
had clients go through the 21-day decluttering boot camp, and when they share the before pictures, quite often the horizontal surface around the sink is full.
mhm.
And now that's magnified,
Yep.
doubled.
Hmm.
That's a lot of wasted space and a lot of energy to be greeted with because when you walk in the door, quite often the sink is right there.
Hmm.
Not always. And usually, not always, above the sink is a mirror. So what is it reflecting? That's a great comment, Anita.
Hmm. Hmm.
Great, great, great.
Yeah, and again, the house cleansing, those bathrooms, we want to be mindful that they are big water uh, suckers.
Mhm.
The water's draining and it's cleansing your energy. but it's also, taking some of that good stuff down. So just another friendly reminder, keep the toilet lids
Mm-hmm.
closed and
Mm-hmm.
bathroom doors closed, shower curtains closed when they're not in use, just so we're protecting that beautiful life force energy chi that's already circulating in the home because we don't want it to be cleansed and taken down.
Taking
And
down the
then,
drain.
there are many ways you can cleanse your house, and I'm going to pop a little link in the comments. Focus Life Force Energy.
Absolutely.
Great way to clear it. And there's a 15-day trial. And you know what? You can take it with you when you
Mm-hmm.
travel. You can clear and cleanse the rooms of places when you travel. You can have it on your phone. It's just a beautiful, beautiful service. And if you already have it, great. Then share the link with somebody
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't. Just notice if there's a difference.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So as always, I refer to double digitology, Marilyn Harper, and Joy Robbie. Now, many of you, on a side note, are familiar with Marilyn Harper and Joy Roby. Marilyn channels Adironda and the Council of Light. Well, have we got some exciting news for you? We're going to
Drum
share it at
roll.
the end. We're going to share it at the end. We're going to talk about the number 333
Oh,
first.
okay.
I'm going to make them wait a minute. The
Okay.
333 is an interesting energy because it is magnifying the energy of the Ascended Masters. When you start seeing 333s, pay attention because the Masters are working hard to get your attention. It adds up to a 9, which is the ending of a cycle of believing that you are all alone. When you start seeing 333, ask yourself, do I think I'm alone? Do I believe I must do everything on my own? Do I rely upon my own ascended masters to assist? When 333 appears as the 9, it raises itself to the energy of ending a cycle, to embracing the assistance of ascended masters. The 333 is magnified energy of the ascended masters and a great reminder that you are not alone on this planet or anywhere.
Mm.
Love it. Now for the exciting news,
Okay, I'll do the drum roll and you tell them.
you are aware, and if you're not, where have you been? Her Inspired Journey, September 13th and 14th. This in Red Deer, Alberta. It's our live event, 2-day Women's Wellness Weekend. This year, one of our presenters is Marilyn Harper. She's coming to join us. And
Bumps, goosebumps.
And the Saturday night event, that if you can't join us for the weekend, will be Heart to Heart with Adironda. So it will be a Marilyn Harper event on Saturday evening.
What?
And
That's
if you're
so
a
exciting.
VIP ticket holder, that's included in your ticket. How
Mm.
exciting is that?
Very exciting. We are super excited because, like you
Hmm.
say, every week we talk about Marilyn Harper and Joy
Hmm.
Ruby, and now you get to meet her in person. Yay, we're excited. We're
Yay!
excited to introduce her to all of you and vice versa. And
Exactly.
yeah, you're gonna love her. Mhm.
100%. Top of the hour. Have yourselves a fantastic week.
Happy
Happy
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
And yeah,
Enjoy the
if you
full moon.
know anybody that wants, the Magic Slipper, the Magic Slipper Award is,
Goes out to
32-year-old good-looking son. If you know how to crochet, if the slipper fits, then, welcome to the family.
and
Uh,
take advantage of that full moon energy on Monday. Have a great
mhm.
week, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are all in alignment with Anita A., Cheryl V., your stress reduction gurus. Bye.
Bye-bye.